Hi everyone, my name is Jannica and welcome to this 20-minute morning yoga practice with me. We're going to start in a child's pose. Knees wide, big toes touch. Go ahead and lower your forehead down towards the ground, walking your hands forward on the mat, spreading your fingers on the mat, and just allowing yourself to arrive, just connecting with your body, with your breath. Taking a couple of long deep inhales and exhales. You can start to rock from side to side so you're massaging your forehead. When you feel ready, we're going to come into a side body stretch. So walking your hands over to the right side of your mat, drawing your left sit bones down, and just allowing your head to drop down between your arms, breathing into your left side. Walking your hands over to opposite side of the mat when you're ready, drawing your right sit bone down, maybe even placing your right hand on top of your left. Next, we're going to come into an extended puppy pose. So walk your hands back to center, lifting your hips so your hips is level with your knees. Walking your hands forward, lowering your forehead down towards the ground. If you wish to take this deeper, if you're a little bit more open, you can look forward and then start to lower your chin and your chest down. Go ahead and come up to all four. We're going to do a couple of rounds of cat and cow, moving with your breath and breathing through your nose. On the inhale, you're going to drop your chest, take your gaze up towards the ceiling. On the exhale, curl your spine, pressing the floor away from you, dropping your head, looking down. So inhale, looking up, and then exhale, curling your spine, and then dropping your head. Feel free to add whatever movements you want to add, whatever feels great. Maybe a couple of big circles if you're circling, making sure that you do both directions. Next, we're going to stretch the forearms on the wrists, so coming back to a neutral position. We're going to flip the palms over so your fingertips are facing your knees, and then gently pressing your palms down. Start to circle around your wrists. So start with one direction first. And when you feel ready, you can go ahead and swap direction. Flipping your palms back, just give your hands a little shake before you place them back down on the ground. Next, you're going to come into your first downward dog. So drawing your hips up, lifting your knees. In that first downward dog, you can start to paddle out your feet, just warming up your hamstrings. Maybe nodding your head yes and no. On the next inhale, roll forward to a high plank. Keep your toes tucked under, keep your arms straight. Just lower your hips down towards the ground. Look up, roll your shoulders back. And on the exhale, draw your hips back up again to downward dog. So let's repeat this movement a few more rounds. Inhale, roll forward, lower your hips. Use your core to draw your hips back up again, downward dog. Moving with your breath. Coming into your downward dog again. Next, we're going to lower the knees down. Tuck your toes under, knees are going to be hip distance apart. You're going to grab a hold of your left heel with your left hand. On the next inhale, you're going to sweep your right arm up and then lift your hips up, press your hips forward. And then exhale, you're going to lower your hips back down again, reaching for your right heel with your right hand, sweeping your left arm up, lifting your hips up, inhale. And then exhale, lower. So moving from side to side with your breath again, breathing through your nose. And go ahead and lower, lifting your hips back up. Extend your right leg out to your right. I'm going to turn and face you guys so you can see what I'm doing. On the next inhale, you're going to sweep your arms up towards the ceiling, and then exhale, lower your right hand down on your right thigh. Reach up with your left arm, find length. Take another inhale, and then exhale, side bend to your right, breathing into your left side. Inhale, sweep both arms up. On the exhale, lower left hand down or fingertips on the ground, sweeping your right arm over, pressing your hips forward, breathing into your right side. Come back up on your inhale, let's do that again, and then exhale, over to your right. Inhale, back up. Exhale, side bend to your left. And then inhale, back up. We're gonna come into a half frog. So you're gonna lower your hands down in front of you on the ground, walk your hands forward. Hips are gonna stay level with your knees. Start to drag your right foot out to your right. You can either stay on your hands. If you wish to take it deeper, you can lower your forearms down. Maybe start to rock forward and back, just feeling into your hip flexors. When you're ready, come on up. So let's do the opposite side. So bring your right knee back to center, come up onto your knees. From here, you're gonna extend the left leg out to your left. When you're ready, inhale, sweep your arms up towards the ceiling. Exhale, lower your left hand down on your left thigh. Reach up with your right arm, find length. And then exhale, side bend to your left, breathing into that right side. Inhale, sweep both arms up. Exhale, lower your left hand down on the ground, so fingertips on the ground, pressing your hips forward as you side bend to your right. Come back up on your inhale. Once more, exhale, side bend to your left. Inhale, back up. Exhale, side bend to your right. Inhale, back up. So let's come into that half frog. So lower your hands down. Walk your hands forward. You can lower your forearms down if you wish to take this slightly deeper. Start to drag that left foot out to your left. You can start to shift forward and back. When you're ready, we're going to come back into all four. So drag that left knee back to center. From here, coming into a downward dog. So tucking your toes under, lifting your hips and your knees. From your downward dog, walk to the top of the mat. Feet hip distance apart, grabbing hold of your elbows. Keep a slight micro bend in your knees. Just let your body hang heavy, just a gentle rock from side to side, up and down. Lowering your hands down, and then one vertebra at a time, we're going to roll all the way up to standing. Next, we're going to continue with a couple of spinal rolls. So from the top, you're going to tuck your chin under, and then one vertebra at a time, starting from the top of your spine, slowly roll all the way down, as far down as you can go. You can keep a slight micro bend in your knees as you roll down. And then from the bottom of your spine, one vertebra at a time, rolling all the way back up again. So let's repeat this movement a few more rounds. On the last one here, we're going to roll all the way down. On the inhale, lift up halfway, lengthen your spine, lift your chest. Exhale, step your right foot back and then lower your right knee down towards the ground. Squaring off your hips. On the inhale, sweep your arms up. Interlace your fingers and then press your palms up towards the ceiling. Take an inhale, find length, and then exhale, side bend to your left. Once more, we're breathing into that right side. Inhale all the way back up. Exhale, lower your hands down. Step back to a high plank. Lower your knees down. Lift your chest. Elbows close to your ribcage as you lower chaturanga. Elbows close to your ribcage as you lower your chin and your chest first. Scoop your belly forward. Inhale, half lift, low cobra or upward dog. And then exhale, draw your hips back up again into your downward dog. From your downward dog, sweep your right leg up. Inhale. Exhale, step your right foot between your hands and then lower your left knee down. Sweep your arms up. Hips stay square. Interlace your fingers. This time we're going to place the hands behind the head. And you're going to lean back into your hands. Continuing pressing your hips forward. Opening your heart, taking your gaze up. Deep breathing. When you feel ready, you're lowering your hands down. Straighten out that front leg. We're going to come into a half split. Flexing your right toes up towards the ceiling. Take an inhale, lengthen, square it off. And then exhale, go ahead and fold forward. Bending into that front leg. Lift that back knee. Go ahead and step to the top of your mat. Inhale, lengthen your spine, lift your chest. Exhale, fold. Inhale, half lift, lengthen. This time step your left foot back. Lower your left knee to the ground. Inhale, sweep your arms up. Interlace your fingers, press your palms up towards the ceiling. Take an inhale, and then on the exhale, we're going to side bend to the right. Breathing into your left side. Inhale, back up. Lower your hands down to the ground. Step back into that high plank. Lower knees down. Lift your chest. Keep your elbows close to your ribcage as you lower chaturanga. Scoop forward, inhale, low cobra, half lift, squeeze your shoulder blades together, or upward dog, and then exhale back to downward dog. Sweep your left leg up, inhale. Exhale, step your left foot between your hands. Lower your right knee down. Inhale, sweep your arms up. Interlace your fingers and plant your hands behind your head. We're going to lean back into those hands. Keep pressing your hips forward. Open your heart. Deep breathing. Lowering your hands down towards the ground. We're going to come into that half split. So straighten out that front leg. Flex your left toes up towards the ceiling. Square off your hips. Take an inhale, lengthen. And then exhale, fold forward. Bending into that front leg. Tuck your back foot under, lift your back knee off the ground. Stepping to the top of the mat. Inhale, half lift. Exhale, fold. From here, we're going to come into seated, so you can just go ahead and bend your knees. Maybe walk your hands back, and then coming into seated, just lowering your hips back down. Next, we're going to do a little bit of core work. You're going to keep your knees and your feet together. Float your feet so your feet is 90 degrees with your knees. First option, grabbing hold of your calf. You can also keep your fingertips on the ground if you need extra support. Or if you want to challenge yourself a little bit more, float your arms forward, keeping your core engaged. Rolling your shoulders back, long spine. Very good. Lowering your feet back down again. Kick your legs forward. We're going to come into a little forward fold. Keeping a slight micro bend in your knees. Inhale, sweep your arms up. Exhale, lower your belly down towards your thighs. So reaching for your big toes with your index finger, middle finger. Take another half lift. Inhale. And then exhale, fold forward. So if your hamstrings are a little bit really tight, then bend your knees a little bit further. Slowly roll on up. Rolling all the way back down, one vertebra at a time. Bend your knees, plant your feet. Feet hip distance apart, and just see if you can touch your heels with your fingertips. If not, move your heels a little bit closer towards your hips. On the next inhale, you're going to lift your hips up, press your hips up, and then sweep your arms up and over your head. And then on the exhale, one vertebra at a time, starting from the top of your spine, slowly roll on down, and then lower your hips and lower your arms down by your side. So let's repeat, starting from the bottom. Tuck your tailbone under, one vertebra at a time, lift your hips, sweep your arms up and over, pressing your hips up, strong legs, and then exhale, one vertebra at a time, slowly roll on down. Few more rounds, moving with your breath. Last round, inhale, float your arms up, your hips up, and then exhale, slowly roll on down. We're going to come into a figure 4 position. So kick your right leg up towards the ceiling, and then place your right ankle on top of your left knee. Keep your right foot flexed, and then hug your left knee in. So interlace your fingers around that left knee. Keep your lower back flat on the ground. When you feel ready, let's go ahead and swap sides. Right foot on the ground, kick your left leg up, and then place your left ankle on top of your right knee. Hug your hands around that right knee. Keeping your left foot flexed, you're protecting your left kneecap. Gently start to draw that right knee in towards your chest. Go ahead and gently release, hugging both knees in towards your chest. Just a gentle rock from side to side, and we're going to finish this sequence with a little spinal twist. So sweep your knees over to your right side, extend your left arm out to your left. You can turn your head towards your left hand. Just start to slow down your breath. Let's go ahead and swap side. So sweep your knees over to opposite side, right arm out to your right. Turning your head over towards your right. Go ahead and bring your knees back to center. Hug your knees in. Take a big inhale, lift your chest, forehead towards your knees. And then on the exhale, release out into your final resting pose, Shavasana. Legs a little bit wider than your hips, arms is a little bit wider than your shoulders. Letting gravity pull you back down to earth. Fully, completely letting go. So I encourage you to stay here for at least a couple of minutes. And I just want to thank you guys for tuning in and doing this practice with me today. If you like my videos and what I teach, the best way to support this channel is to hit the like button, maybe add a little comment below, and subscribe. Thank you very much. I hope to see you guys soon. Namaste.